The stage, a place of magic, passion, and unforgettable performances. But what happens when a star's final act turns into a real-life tragedy? From sudden heart attacks to eerie, almost poetic exits, these black entertainers left this world doing what they loved, right in front of an audience. Their final moments were witnessed, but their stories remain chilling. Join us as we uncover the haunting and unforgettable fates of 25 black performers and actors who died live on stage. Number 1. Adolph Caesar. Adolph Caesar was a powerful presence in American entertainment, known for his deep, commanding voice and intense performances that set him apart. Born on December 5, 1933, in Harlem, New York, he discovered his passion for acting while studying at City College of New York. His talent led him to the legendary Ensemble Company, where he helped bring African-American stories to the stage, giving voice to narratives often ignored in mainstream entertainment. Caesar's career was on a steady rise, but tragedy struck on March 6, 1986. While filming the comedy Tough Guys, he suffered a fatal heart attack, passing away at just 52 years old. Though his life was cut short, his impact on theater, film, and voice acting remains undeniable. His work continues to inspire generations of performers and storytellers. Number 2. Redd Foxx. Did you know that an actor once collapsed on set and everyone thought it was just another one of his classic on-screen gags? Let's take a moment to remember the legendary Redd Foxx. Born John Elroy Sanford. On December 9, 1922, Foxx was a comedy trailblazer known for his razor-sharp wit, fearless humor, and magnetic stage presence. He didn't just tell jokes, he redefined comedy. Dubbed the King of the Party Records, he shattered barriers in stand-up, recording over 50 comedy albums and building a devoted fan base. His bold, often risque humor resonated with audiences, pushing boundaries and setting a new standard for comedians. But in a tragic twist that felt eerily familiar, Foxx suffered a fatal heart attack on October 11, 1991, while filming The Royal Family. At first, his co-stars thought he was joking, just like Fred Sanford's over-the-top cries of "This is the big one." Sadly, this time it was real. The world lost one of its greatest comedic icons, but his legacy of laughter lives on. Number 3. Fatman Scoop. In 2024, the hip-hop world was rocked by the sudden loss of Fatman Scoop, the larger-than-life entertainer whose booming voice and infectious energy made him a staple in clubs and concerts worldwide. Best known for his global hit Be Faithful, the 3-time Grammy winner was performing at Hammondtown Center Park in Connecticut when tragedy struck. In the middle of his set, Scoop collapsed on stage, leaving the packed audience in shock. The 53-year-old rapper, born Isaac Freeman III, suffered a medical emergency during his performance, sending waves of grief through the music community. Fans and fellow artists mourned the loss of a man whose voice and presence had become synonymous with party anthems and electrifying performances. More than just a performer, Fatman Scoop was a cultural force. His energy, charisma, and ability to ignite any crowd made him unforgettable. His passing is a heartbreaking reminder of the passion and sacrifice that artists pour into their craft, leaving behind a legacy that will be deeply missed. Number 4. Thomas Papa D. Allen. Thomas Papa D. Allen was a gifted vocalist, percussionist, and one of the founding members of the legendary funk band War. With their signature blend of rock, funk, jazz, and Latin rhythms, War created timeless classics like Low Rider and Why Can't We Be Friends? Allen's powerful stage presence and masterful conga playing were key to the band's unmistakable sound. But in 1988, tragedy struck. During a live performance, Allen suddenly collapsed on stage from a brain aneurysm. He passed away, leaving behind a lasting legacy of groundbreaking music that continues to inspire generations. Number 5. Jimmy Lunsford. Jimmy Lunsford was a jazz band leader whose impeccable arrangements and charismatic performances made him a standout during the swing era. With hits like Rhythm Is Our Business, his band set the gold standard for musical precision and showmanship. But on July 12, 1947, tragedy struck. While performing in Seaside, Oregon, Lunsford suddenly collapsed on stage. He was rushed to the hospital but didn't survive. His unexpected passing at just 45 years old shocked the jazz world. Lunsford's dedication to his craft and his impact on black representation in jazz cement his legacy as a true pioneer. His influence can still be heard in the music of countless jazz musicians who followed in his footsteps. Number 6. Luther Lindsay. Luther Lindsay was a trailblazer in professional wrestling, one of the first black athletes to achieve true stardom in the sport. Known for his incredible strength, technical skill, and undeniable charisma, he broke barriers in an industry that was still deeply segregated. Weighing in at 242 pounds, Lindsay was a force to be reckoned with, earning the respect of fans and fellow wrestlers alike. But in 1972, his career and life came to an unforgettable and almost poetic end. During a match in Charlotte, North Carolina, Lindsay executed his signature move, pinning his opponent for the win. As the referee counted to 3, the crowd erupted in cheers, unaware that Lindsay had just suffered a fatal heart attack. He passed away at the very moment of victory, still lying atop his defeated opponent. It was a tragic yet symbolic end for a man who gave everything to his craft. Though his life was cut short, Lindsay's legacy as a pioneer in wrestling remains, inspiring generations of black athletes who followed in his footsteps. Number 7. B.J. Mpofu. In 2019, Zimbabwe's gospel music community was shaken by the sudden loss of B.J. Mpofu, a beloved artist whose soulful voice and uplifting messages touched countless lives. Mpofu collapsed on stage during a live performance, leaving fans and fellow musicians in shock. His powerful voice and deep devotion made him more than just a singer. He was a source of hope and faith for many. His passing was a heartbreaking reminder of the emotional and physical demands of performing, but his music continues to inspire spiritual renewal. With a legacy built on love, faith, and resilience, B.J. Mpofu remains one of Zimbabwe's gospel greats, his songs living on in the hearts of those he touched. Number 8. Jodie Edwards. Jodie Edwards, better known as Butterbeans, was one half of the legendary vaudeville duo Butterbeans and Susie. Alongside his wife, Susie, he brought laughter and music to audiences in the early 20th century with a signature blend of sharp-witted comedy and soulful blues. Their performances were more than just entertainment. They were electric, filled with cheeky humor and bold storytelling that pushed boundaries. As pioneers of the vaudeville stage, they became household names, leaving an indelible mark on the era. On October 28, 1967, Edwards' life ended in a moment as theatrical as his performances. Just as he was about to step onto the stage at the Dorchester Inn near Chicago, he collapsed, bringing a sudden close to a remarkable career. His legacy remains one of innovation and joy, setting the bar for comedic timing, musical brilliance, and the enduring power of black entertainers in vaudeville history. Number 9. Lil Hardin Armstrong. Lil Hardin Armstrong, a trailblazing jazz pianist, composer, and former wife of Louis Armstrong, had an unbreakable bond with music, and with the man she once mentored and loved. In August 1971, just a month after Louis's passing, Lil took the stage at a tribute concert in Chicago. As she played St. Louis blues on the piano, she suffered a fatal heart attack and collapsed mid-performance. Her passing in that moment was both heartbreaking and poetic, a final tribute to the jazz legend she helped shape. A pioneering force in early jazz, Lil's influence on the genre remains undeniable, her legacy still echoing through the music she helped bring to life. Number 10. Ken Snakehips Johnson. Ken Snakehips. Johnson was a pioneering swing band leader and dancer who infused Black British music with electrifying energy in the 1930s and early 40s. Known for his effortless moves and magnetic stage presence, he became a beacon of joy and resilience during turbulent times. But on March 8, 1941, tragedy struck. While performing at London's Café de Paris, Johnson's life was cut short when a German bomb hit the venue during the Blitz. His career ended in an instant, but his influence on British jazz and swing endures, a testament to his groundbreaking contributions to music and culture. Number 11. MC Daleste. On July 7, 2013, the Brazilian funk scene was shaken by the tragic loss of MC Daleste, a rising star whose music captured the hopes and struggles of São Paulo's youth. Born Daniel Pedreira Senna Pellegrin, he was performing a free concert in Campinas before a crowd of 4,000 when he was fatally shot in the abdomen. The shocking act of violence sent ripples through the music world, cutting short the life of an artist known for his fearless lyrics and electrifying stage presence. His untimely death not only robbed Brazil of a promising talent, but also highlighted the dangers artists can face in volatile environments. Though gone too soon, MC Daleste's voice lives on, his music continuing to inspire and connect with fans worldwide. Number 12. Johnny Guitar Watson. The music world was shaken by the sudden loss of Johnny Guitar Watson, a trailblazing guitarist, singer, and innovator who left an indelible mark on blues, funk, and soul. On May 17, 1996, while performing in Yokohama, Japan, Watson collapsed on stage mid-performance, suffering a fatal heart attack at the age of 61. Known for his electrifying stage presence and groundbreaking guitar work, Watson influenced generations of artists with hits like Ain't That a Bitch and Superman Lover. Dubbed the Gangster of Love, he redefined the boundaries of blues and funk, shaping the sound of modern music. Though his passing was sudden, it was fitting in a way. He left this world doing what he loved, his music still resonating with fans and musicians alike. Number 13. Rebop Kwaku Baah. In 1983, the music world lost a true visionary with the passing of Rebop Kwaku Baah, a Ghanaian percussionist whose rhythms helped shape Afrobeat, rock, and jazz. Rebop collapsed and died of a cerebral hemorrhage while performing in Stockholm, Sweden. A sudden and tragic end to a career defined by passion and innovation. Best known for his work with Traffic and Can, he brought a distinctive Afro-Caribbean pulse to Western rock and progressive music, seamlessly blending cultures through sound. His dynamic stage presence and masterful percussion elevated every ensemble he joined, leaving an undeniable mark on the industry. Gone too soon at just 38, Rebop's influence still echoes in the work of percussionists and musicians worldwide, a testament to his lasting impact on global music. Number 14. Godfrey Cambridge. In 1976, the entertainment world was shaken by the sudden loss of Godfrey Cambridge, a trailblazing comedian and actor known for his sharp wit and fearless approach to social issues. Cambridge was in the middle of filming Victory at Entebbe, where he was set to play Ugandan dictator Idi Amin, when he collapsed on set in Burbank, California. He passed away from a heart attack, leaving behind an unfinished role and an enduring legacy. A master of biting satire, Cambridge tackled race, politics, and everyday struggles with humor that was as insightful as it was entertaining. "I don't do a civil rights act," he once said. "I cover everything, from my divorce to middle-class hang-ups, whatever amuses me or I think should be exposed to the audience." From stand-up stages to films like The President's Analyst and Watermelon Man, he used comedy as a tool for truth-telling, breaking barriers in an industry that often resisted change. His untimely death at just 43 cut short a career that had already left an undeniable impact. Godfrey Cambridge's legacy lives on as a performer who not only made people laugh but also made them think, proving that comedy could be both entertaining and revolutionary. Number 15, Ira Aldridge. Ira Aldridge was no ordinary actor. Born in 1807 in New York City, he defied the racial barriers of his time to become one of the most celebrated Shakespearean performers in history. While America denied him opportunities, Europe embraced his talent, and he spent his career captivating audiences from Dublin to Covent Garden, performing for royals and commoners alike. By 1867, Aldridge had spent decades perfecting his craft, pouring his soul into every role, none more so than King Lear. But years of relentless touring had taken a toll on his health. Still ever the consummate professional, he pressed on, refusing to let illness keep him from the stage. That August, during a performance in Łódź, Poland, Aldridge took the stage as King Lear, embodying the tragic ruler with his signature power and passion. But something was off. His once booming voice faltered, his movements slowed, and the fire that had always driven his performances seemed to flicker. Then, in the middle of the performance, he collapsed. The stunned audience watched in silence as he was carried off stage, but Aldridge never recovered. His passing marked the end of a remarkable career, leaving the theater world mourning the loss of a true pioneer. Yet his legacy endured, forever etched into the history of Shakespearean theater and the fight for black artists to claim their place on the world stage. Number 16. Papa Wemba. In 2016, the world lost a musical legend when Papa Wemba, the king of Congolese rumba, tragically passed away on stage. He was performing at a festival in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, when he suddenly collapsed mid-song, leaving fans and fellow musicians in shock. It was a heartbreaking end for an artist whose life was defined by music. A true pioneer, Wemba blended traditional African rhythms with modern influences, helping to bring Congolese rumba to the global stage. His rich vocals, magnetic stage presence, and bold fashion sense made him an icon, inspiring artists across continents. Throughout his decades-long career, Wemba used his music not just to entertain, but to celebrate African culture and address social issues. His passing was a stark reminder of the passion and dedication artists pour into their craft. Though his final moments were spent doing what he loved, his music lives on, continuing to inspire and shape a new generation. Number 17. Miriam Makeba. Miriam Makeba, lovingly known as Mama Africa, was more than just a singer. She was a force of nature, using her music and voice to fight for justice and freedom across the world. In 2008, while performing at a human rights concert in Italy, Makeba collapsed on stage, marking the end of a life dedicated to advocacy and song. Even in her final moments, she was doing what she had always done, standing up for what she believed in. With timeless songs like Pata Pata and Soweto Blues, Makeba gave voice to the struggles of the oppressed, turning music into a powerful tool for resistance. A fearless opponent of apartheid, she spent decades in exile from her homeland. Yet her voice remained one of South Africa's most powerful symbols of hope. Her passing was a profound loss to both the music world and the fight for human rights. But her legacy lives on, through her songs, her activism, and the generations she continues to inspire. Makeba showed the world that music could do more than entertain. It could change lives, challenge injustice, and demand a better future. Number 18. Costa Titch. In 2023, South Africa lost one of its brightest young stars when Costa Titch, a rising force in the Amapiano and hip-hop scenes, tragically passed away while performing at Ultra South Africa. The 28-year-old artist, known for his electrifying performances and genre-blending sound, collapsed on stage in Johannesburg, leaving fans and fellow musicians in shock. Born Costa Tsobano, he rose to fame with hits like Big Flexa, fusing South African rhythms with hip-hop influences in a way that resonated both locally and internationally. His energy, creativity, and stage presence made him one of the most exciting voices in African music. His untimely passing cut short what was shaping up to be a groundbreaking career, but his impact lives on. Costa Titch's passion for music and his ability to bring people together through sound ensure that his legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. Number 19. Mikaben. Haitian singer Mikaben, born Michael Benjamin, tragically passed away on October 15, 2022, during a concert in Paris. While performing with the iconic Haitian band Grimmie at the Accor Arena, he suddenly collapsed after stepping off the stage. Despite immediate efforts to revive him, he was pronounced dead shortly after. Known for his soulful voice and heartfelt lyrics, Mikaben was a beloved figure in the Haitian music scene. His passing sent shockwaves through the global Haitian community, with fans mourning the loss of an artist who dedicated his career to celebrating his culture through music. Authorities later confirmed that he had suffered a cardiac arrest. Mikaben's death was not just a loss for Haiti, but for the world of music, which will forever cherish his passion, energy, and artistic legacy. Number 20. Valencia Prime. Valencia Prime was more than just a performer. She was a beacon of light in the LGBTQ+ community. Known for her vibrant drag performances, she didn't just entertain, she uplifted, spreading messages of self-love, confidence, and joy wherever she went. With a blend of comedy, music, and raw emotion, Valencia became a beloved presence in clubs and at major events. Her journey wasn't always easy. She faced financial struggles and health challenges, but her passion for performing never wavered. She was a true inspiration, proving that resilience and authenticity could shine through even the toughest times. But on September 12, 2022, that bright light was tragically extinguished. What started as just another night on stage turned into heartbreak when Valencia suddenly collapsed mid-performance. The laughter and applause faded into stunned silence as fear and confusion filled the room. It wasn't part of the act. Valencia passed away from heart disease at the very moment she was doing what she loved most. Her sudden death left a deep void, with many wondering if the demands of performing and the weight of everyday pressures had taken a toll on her health. She dedicated her life to bringing joy and pride to her community, yet she left the world in such an unexpected and painful way. Number 21. Tommy Cooper. Tommy Cooper, the legendary British comedian, was instantly recognizable by his red fez and his unique blend of magic and absurd humor. He had a gift for making people laugh effortlessly, his bumbling stage persona masking the sharp wit and impeccable timing that made him a household name. At the height of his career, Cooper was adored for his natural, down-to-earth humor, but behind the laughter, he battled his own demons. Alcohol addiction and the relentless pressures of show business took a toll on him, trapping him in a cycle of self-destruction. Still, he never let it stop him from doing what he loved: performing. On April 15, 1984, he stepped onto the stage of Live from Her Majesty's, ready for another night of entertaining millions. But what was meant to be another routine performance became a moment of tragedy. Mid-act, Cooper suddenly collapsed, struggling for breath. His hands shook, his body slumped, but the audience, accustomed to his comedic antics, believed it was all part of the show. Laughter filled the theater as he lay motionless on the floor, never to get back up. He had suffered a fatal heart attack on live television. Later, it was revealed that years of heavy drinking and the relentless stress of his career had severely weakened his health. Even as his body showed signs of breaking down, he had pushed himself to keep going. His tragic final moments, mistaken for comedy, became one of the most haunting moments in television history. Though he left the world in such an unexpected way, Tommy Cooper's legacy endures, his laughter echoing through generations of fans who remember him not just for how he died, but for the joy he brought to so many lives. Number 22. Christina Grimmie. Christina Grimmie was a rising star whose journey began on YouTube, where her heartfelt voice and genuine spirit captivated millions. Her breakout moment came in 2014 on The Voice, where she wowed audiences and built a devoted fan base. With a bright future ahead, she was on the path to even greater success. But on June 10, 2016, that future was stolen in a senseless act of violence. After a performance in Orlando, Christina stayed behind for a meet and greet, doing what she loved, connecting with her fans. She greeted each person with warmth, signing autographs and chatting as she always did, unaware that danger was lurking just feet away. In an instant, the joyful moment turned into a nightmare. A man suddenly rushed forward and shot her multiple times. The young singer, who had always been open and welcoming to her supporters, never had a chance to react. She was just 22 years old. Her killer, later identified as a disturbed fan, took his own life at the scene. The tragedy raised urgent concerns about security at music events, highlighting the risks that come with fame and the vulnerabilities of artists who cherish close connections with their audience. Years later, the pain of her loss still lingers. Christina Grimmie had so much more to give, so many songs left unsung, so many dreams left unfulfilled. Though her time was cut short, her music and the love she shared with the world continue to keep her memory alive. Number 23. Pedro Henrique. Pedro Henrique was a rising star in Brazilian music, known for his deeply emotional performances and ability to connect with audiences through his heartfelt songs. He poured his soul into every concert, leaving fans captivated by his raw talent and passion. But on March 12, 2023, tragedy struck. While performing at a major music festival, Pedro suddenly collapsed on stage. In a heartbreaking moment, he fell to the ground, suffering a fatal heart attack before anyone could help. The shocking scene left fans and fellow artists in disbelief. His untimely passing sent waves of grief through the music community. Though no official cause has been confirmed, many believe the relentless demands of his career took a toll on his health. The exhaustion from a non-stop schedule may have contributed to his sudden collapse. Pedro Henrique's death is a painful reminder of the sacrifices artists make behind the scenes, often pushing themselves beyond their limits in the name of their passion. Though gone too soon, his music and the impact he left behind will not be forgotten. Number 24. Silver King. Silver King, born Cesar Barón, was a force to be reckoned with in the world of Mexican wrestling. His electrifying style and technical skill earned him a devoted following, and he made a name for himself internationally, especially during his time in WCW. Fans admired his bold performances, where he brought both passion and precision to the ring. But what was meant to be another night of entertainment in London turned into an unimaginable tragedy. During a match, Silver King suddenly collapsed in the ring. The audience, caught up in the spectacle, assumed it was all part of the performance. But as the seconds passed, it became clear that something was terribly wrong. He had suffered a fatal heart attack right before their eyes. The response was tragically slow. Without immediate medical intervention, there was no chance to save him. The arena, once filled with cheers and excitement, fell into a stunned silence as the heartbreaking reality set in. His sudden passing not only devastated the wrestling world, but also raised serious concerns about safety and medical preparedness at live events. Silver King's legacy as a legendary luchador lives on, but his tragic final match serves as a stark reminder of the risks performers face every time they step into the ring. Number 25. Juan Carlos Formell. Juan Carlos Formell, the son of the legendary Juan Formell, founder of Los Van Van, was a gifted musician who carried on his father's legacy while forging his own path. A skilled guitarist, songwriter, and producer, he played a crucial role in shaping contemporary Latin music, blending tradition with innovation. His passion for music was undeniable, and his contributions left a lasting impact on the Cuban and Latin music communities. But on what should have been just another night of sharing his artistry, tragedy struck. While performing in the Bronx, New York, Formell suddenly collapsed on stage. The crowd, caught up in the energy of the moment, had no idea they were witnessing his final performance. Moments later, he was gone. His heart had given out. His passing, later confirmed as a heart attack, came as a shock to those who knew him. He had always been active and dedicated to his craft, showing no visible signs of health struggles. But the relentless demands of the industry, the constant performances, the pressure to deliver, the weight of expectations, may have taken a toll on him in ways no one realized. Juan Carlos Formell passed away doing what he loved most, playing music. His legacy lives on, but his untimely departure is a heartbreaking reminder of the hidden toll the music industry can take on even the most passionate performers. The stories of these 25 performers serve as a heartbreaking reminder of the immense dedication and sacrifice that come with a life in entertainment. While they captivated audiences with their talent, their tragic final moments also highlight the physical and mental toll of performing under intense pressure. Their legacies live on through their work, but their sudden passings raise an important question. How can the industry better protect the health and well-being of its artists? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more content honoring legendary Black performers and actors, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned as we continue celebrating their incredible contributions to the world of entertainment.